pain impacts all of us. It's part of existing, but what you may not have known is that where pain tends to concentrate in your body might say something about your emotional state and the potential need for emotional release. So today, let's explore the opportunity to release pain from not just our physical, but our emotional bodies as well. Hello, fabulous. I hope today is treating you kindly. I am going to talk about emotional release today, specifically emotional release as it concentrates within your body. But before we get into that, if you haven't done so already, please do like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you can stay up to date on all my latest content. I release content weekly, and I would love, love, love for you to be the first to know about it because this is made specifically for you. So let's get into it. My Reiki cohort, a peer of mine posted, his name is Ben Gunnell, I think I said it right. He posted this 9 body parts where emotions are stored as pain. I'll go ahead and put this up on the screen so that y'all can see what I'm looking at through the magic of video editing. And it says that there are different places within the body: hips, shoulders, low back, jaw, chest, neck, stomach, hands, and knees, where pain tends to concentrate and sometimes can be a sign of a need for emotional release. So what I have to support us with this process is our lovely friend Deep Blue. This is the oil of releasing pain. So it comes in a cream and this lovely concentrate here. It no longer comes in a roller bottle, unfortunately. I don't know why that decision was made. Probably because there's all the creams and all the things these days, but you can make your own with a little carrier oil. I'm gonna put that on. This has wintergreen in it. It is a very strong smelling minty oil, which I personally like, but not everybody does. And this particular oil is great for, it works very similarly to Icy Hot without all the yucky chemicals in it. And it has that same kind of pain relieving property. Now, this is also great for emotional pain. I use this with my clients all the time who've got some significant emotional stuff that they need to release for whatever is going on with them. So I will say that this is best diluted. So the cream obviously is already diluted. You can place this directly on whatever area it is. Be careful of sensitive areas. In other words, don't put this on and then put your contacts in. It's a horrible idea. You won't go blind, but your eyes are going to burn for a good long time. And then if you choose to use just the straight oil, it's best if you put that on the bottoms of your feet. You can also just put it wherever. It just may cause a little bit of skin sensitivity depending on how sensitive you are. And dilution tends to make the oil stay in a specific area for longer. So once it touches your skin, it's in your bloodstream within about 30 seconds. So that's great for like a systemic overall what we're doing here. But with regard to this specific application, we typically want it to stay in the one location or the one spot where we're having the issue. We want it to concentrate and work there for a longer period of time. So now that we have our oil education out of the way, let's talk about our 9 different areas in the body and how we can support those areas. So area number 1 is the hips. Unprocessed grief and suppressed emotions. If you've ever cried during a deep stretch of the hip area, that might be why. I know women in particular tend to hold a lot of stuff in that region. So yeah, hips. If you have that going on, then you definitely want to go ahead and release that emotional experience if you notice you have a lot of pain there. Might be emotions, might be unprocessed grief, might be something else that maybe you're not feeling safe enough to express. Shoulders, the weight of responsibility. If you're carrying too much, your body is going to feel it before you do. So not just physically carrying things, but emotionally carrying things. Maybe feeling as though you must bear the burden at work or at home or in your relationships, that you are ultimately responsible for all the things. So you're going to notice that in your shoulders. Low back, fear of financial or emotional instability. When life is feeling uncertain, this is where that tension builds. Now, I would not have guessed that. That's fascinating to me. So if you've got maybe some insecurities built up around your circumstances, whatever they are. Actually, that kind of makes sense because that's right there, very, very close to your root chakra. So your root chakra is at the very, very base of your spine. So low back would make sense because if you're not feeling secure or safe, those very root chakra base needs are not met, then yeah, you might be experiencing pain in that region. So never mind, that does make sense. Jaw. So repressed anger or unspoken words. So my clenchers, people who've got TMJ, clenching at night might mean that your body is holding back what needs to be said. I've also noticed personally, for me, like I will feel tension in my throat if I'm holding something back that needs to be said. So, interesting stuff. Maybe you need to just put that anger somewhere and need a safe space to do it. So I'll link the energetic conversations down below. And I also just released a video that is amazing that is the Reiki Rage Room. I'll link that down in the description for you too, so you have some extra supports for that. Your chest. Heartbreak and deep sadness. When emotions aren't fully felt, they sit here waiting to be released. This is fascinating. I know that I had seen this a lot in my father. He had significant heart disease, y'all. Like this man, I don't even know how he lived as long as he did. And there was a lot of heartbreak in his life and a lot of just deeply felt emotions that never got that safe space for expression. So yeah, man had a lot of heart issues. So maybe if you're dealing with some stuff like chest pains, obviously get checked out by a doctor, obviously. But even like if you do a stretch, like one of these where you push those elbows back and you get a lot of popping and stuff right here in this region, maybe that's a sign that you're carrying too much stuff, like old stuff, sad stuff, that it's okay to allow that full expression in your body. Neck. Inner conflict and suppressed expression, the tension of living a life that doesn't align with your truth. Ooh, that is hitting home for me today for sure. I spend a lot more time doing things that do not feel as aligned to my overall mission, vision, and purpose, my life goals. So yeah, feeling that for sure. So how you might be supported in coping with that is taking an honest look at what's going on in your universe and maybe making decisions about what would better serve you. Stomach. Anxiety and unresolved trauma. Oh, I got a lot of that. Gut issues. So like people with Crohn's disease or maybe frequently upset stomach, people who maybe have stomach cancers, things like this. Your body is suppressing or processing more than just food. So if we're, again, going back to what we had discussed with the lower back, if we're feeling like we're not safe, we're not secure, then that can manifest in our guts. If we're feeling like we have to stomach or force down more things than are fair or right or that don't sit well with us, sometimes that can manifest itself in some digestive tract issues. That resonates for sure. Hands. Control issues and overwhelm. Always just holding tight, clenching, gripping. It's a sign of not trusting the flow of life. So I know a few individuals in my life right now who really very much want to have control over every aspect of their lives. And that's not necessarily a reality for every occasion because you can only control what's going on between your two ears, right? So yeah, they tend to have issues with their hands like stiffness, swelling, pain. So this can affect people with autoimmune diseases like arthritis, scleroderma, things like that, where your mobility in your hands is very impaired. So that might be it. That might be just letting go, which is terrifying. I totally get that, especially when you're feeling like I need to control everything around me because I don't feel safe. We talk about this a lot in core wound videos, so I can link those for you down below in the description box too. Lastly, knees. I have issues with my knees or have had issues with my knees in the past. Some of it is genetic, but some of it is very much other things. Fear of change, resistance to moving forward manifests here. So when I work on folks, I will often concentrate on the knees because energy, that's the first place that energy is going to get stuck. And with regard to the moving forward, if you're having a lot of issues like swelling, pain, stiffness, that kind of thing, yes, it can be related to arthritis or injuries, or maybe not supporting your body very well. If you're me, you have shallow patellar grooves, and so your knees are kind of full of crepitus and creaky, snap, crackly pop action because they grind. So all of that sometimes can be just not physical. Our knees are the first thing that move forward. So as you take a step, notice that your knees go first. So if we're afraid of moving forward, then energy is going to concentrate in our knees. And our bodies don't lie, and energy is never going to lie to you. Never, never, never. If something's showing up in your body, maybe that has a little bit of energetic root. And maybe the purpose of that discomfort or whatever it is that you're feeling is to make you aware, to kind of wake you up to the possibility that maybe there's something going on, something deeper, something more than just the surface level thing. Like you got upset about this, or oh, you have a lot of tension here, or I bashed my foot or whatever. Those of you who've ever looked into the work by Louise Hay, Heal Your Body, Heal Your Life, she has incredible books that literally go through, because in her works, she talks about how each part of the body is significant energetically. And if you injure yourself, whether accidentally or on purpose, that's something to pay attention to, because the location of that injury or accident or whatever the hurt is, that says something very significant about what you need to release in your life or what you need to work on so that you can heal, not just physically, but energetically. So that is some powerful stuff. So let's take just a few minutes to go through each of these areas in the body, and we're just going to work energetically to support ourselves with release. Again, I will leave some resources for you in the description box so that way you have the opportunity to do a little bit more deeper level healing at a different time or right after this, whatever works for you. But let's go ahead and allow the eyes to close. Allow yourself to settle into the surface that you're resting on. And just allow yourself to notice any areas of tension or discomfort within the body. We're just going to notice. There's no judgment here. You're not doing anything wrong. This is just bringing awareness to the messages our body is trying to give us. The areas in which we need healing and support and love. Let's start at the top of the head. Notice if you have any tension in the jaw. If it feels aligned, you can place the hands on either side of the face. Send the breath into that jaw. Acknowledge the message that your body is trying to give you. If there is any unexpressed anger or unspoken words that need to be said, honor those. It's okay if you don't even know what they are right now. We're just allowing space for these to be here and creating the possibility for safe expression, because you deserve to be heard. You deserve to be honored. And what you have to say is important. It's also okay to be angry. This is normal. This lets us know when our boundaries have been violated and gives us the opportunity for clarity around creating firmer boundaries as needed. Let's move down to the neck. Notice any tension that may be living there. If you feel conflicted, or again, that need for self-expression has been suppressed, allow whatever comes to just be. Space to just be. If there are areas where you feel as though you are not living in alignment with your true self, or perhaps with the way that you would rather live your life, maybe your job or your relationships are not in alignment with the person that you're choosing to become, it's okay. Allow space for that. Allow space for that awareness to present itself without blame, shame, judgment, or guilt. It's okay to want what you want, and that which is for you will find you, always. If it is meant for you, it will be, and sometimes that which we desire may need to give way for something better. We can simply accept what is as we move forward towards what is desired. Allow yourself space to be honest with yourself about what you want and what may need to change. Allow yourself space to grow into that which you desire. Moving down into the shoulders. If you are feeling any tension in the shoulders, notice what that's telling you. Notice if you are carrying too much responsibility, accepting the role of caregiver perhaps, or another adult, or perhaps someone else in your life, or everyone else in your life. It's okay. Many of us grow up believing the only way to be loved is to neglect ourselves and our own needs in service to others. You are only doing what you know how to do. It's okay. There's no shame. You did the best you could, and you always do the best you can. It's okay to let people carry the weight of their own decisions, their own lives, their own consequences for their actions and decisions. The only person that you have complete control over is yourself. It's okay to let that go. It's okay to allow others to take responsibility for their own lives. It's okay. You can let that go. Allow that tension to leave. Allow yourself space to have those conversations. Allow awareness of where you may be taking on more than is yours to carry. It's okay. You can let that go. Moving into the chest. Heartbreak can be so painful. Deep, deep sadness can impact every aspect of our lives without our even knowing. If you experience tension or pain in the chest, allow yourself space to sit with those emotions, especially the sadness. I know it's hard, I know it's uncomfortable, I know we don't like it, but you deserve freedom of expression. You don't have to hold that sadness in. You don't have to pretend to be strong. There's no strength in repression. It simply creates cracks where leaks can flow through, just like in a dam when the water is too heavy to hold back. You don't need to hold back. Allow yourself a safe space to express and feel fully that which you need to feel, for as long as you need to feel it, as often as you need to feel it. There's a difference, of course, between wallowing in your pain and allowing it safe expression. But for those who've held things for so long, it can feel strange, it can feel uncomfortable, and it may take several sessions of release in order for that to be let go. And some sadness may never ever truly resolve, but that's okay. That's okay. Grief is meant to be carried because it is evidence of love. Allow yourself space to fill that chest with love and unconditional acceptance for any areas where you felt that heartbreak or deep sadness. It's okay for it to be there. It's okay for you to express it. You're safe in this space. Let's move down into the hands. If you're experiencing stiffness or pain in the hands, that may be a sign it's time to let go. Where are the areas in your life where maybe you can release your grip on this need to control, this need to have a handle on everything in your experience? Where are areas where you can say, let them show me who they are, let them do what they do. Let me choose how I respond. Let me respect my peace. Let me honor my limitations when I've had enough. Let me honor my boundaries and say no when I need to say no. Let me accept that sometimes things happen and I don't need to control everything. Let me begin to learn to trust that what is for me will find me. Let me create space to let go, release. Let me honor my peace. Moving down into the lower back, you notice any areas of pain or tension there. Allow that to bring to your awareness any areas in which you feel an instability, financial, physical, emotional, or you're feeling as though you're uncertain or insecure. Know that it's okay to feel that. Know that your body is simply trying to communicate with you, simply trying to let you know that something does not feel right, trying to get your attention so that you can address the things. I know that it's uncomfortable to take a hard look, an honest look at life sometimes. Maybe changes need to be made. Maybe hard decisions will have to be made for your highest and best good. Maybe requiring significant lifestyle change or better boundaries, not just with yourself, but with others. Maybe providing yourself with more structure so that you can live the life that you want to live. It's okay. Our backs are designed to support us and keep us upright. Allow your body to communicate with you what it needs, what you need in order to move forward, fully supported, accepted, loved, and secure. Let's move down into the hips. You notice any areas of tension or discomfort. This is where our unprocessed grief and suppressed emotions can live. Allow yourself free movement in the hips. I know that these can get really tight for people sometimes. Just notice the messages that your body has to tell you. Notice that you do not need to hold that which is ready to be let go. You are allowed to experience your emotions for as long as you need to. They're all valid. They're all normal. They're all natural. They're all designed to be felt and allowed full expression. You have that right. You are safe in expressing whatever it is that you need to. It's okay to hurt as bad as you do. There's nothing wrong with that. It's okay. This is part of our experience, and I know it doesn't feel good. I know it doesn't feel good. But just because a thing doesn't feel good doesn't mean that you can't lean into that experience and allow yourself full expression within it. You are safe. Whatever you need to let go, whatever you need to express, however that looks for you, it's okay. Allow yourself space to be. Know that you are worthy, loved, and accepted exactly as you are. You don't have to earn that. You just are. And finally moving down into the knees. If you notice any pain, discomfort, or tension in the knees, notice any areas in your life where you feel resistant to moving forward. Maybe you've realized that you need to make some big decisions, that you need to take action in areas of your life, or maybe you've been afraid for whatever reason, which is okay. Fear is normal. Fear is just trying to keep us safe. It's not always warranted, but that's okay. That's for you to decide. You get to decide. Always. Always you get the freedom of choice in your life. Notice any areas where you feel like you could be taking more aligned action within your own being. Maybe that means having a conversation that might be a little bit scary. Maybe that means leaping into a new career field or a new relationship, or maybe out of a relationship, moving to a new area, whatever that is for you. Notice the sensations in your body as you experience that fear of change. It's normal. Our brain wants to stay in a space of familiarity because we know better the devil we know than the devil we don't. And that's normal. And it's okay. It's okay to do things afraid. It's okay to be worried and concerned. All of it's okay. All of it's okay. You still get to decide to move forward in fear, and this doesn't make you any less or unworthy. People do things afraid all the time. That's bravery, and that is courage, and you are both brave and courageous. You can do anything that you need to do, anything that you want to do. Let's just allow space for clarity on what your next steps may be. Let's take a few deep, slow breaths. Fill the lungs and release. Notice how you feel. Notice any areas of continued tension, any emotions that come up. Know that you are okay. Know that it is acceptable for you to feel whatever you feel, physical or emotional. Know that you are worthy and loved in all of it. You are supported. You are safe. Know that you are worthy of all that you desire, and that which is for you will find you. Know that you can rest in the reassurance and comfort that the wisdom of your body will always tell you your areas of need. It will always report back with whatever it is that needs additional support and love. It will always tell you where there needs to be change. And it's safe to listen to your body, even when it feels uncomfortable, even when there's lots of things happening that maybe it doesn't feel convenient, or maybe it doesn't feel aligned to experience what our body's trying to tell us. It's okay to allow space for our body to express its needs. And it's okay to see those needs, to be honest with ourselves, and to honor ourselves in those needs, and allow space for those needs to be met. Allow yourself to move or stretch in whatever way feels aligned. And when you're ready, open your eyes and return to this space and this time. Welcome back. I hope that that was supportive and helpful to you. If it has been, sharing is caring. Please do share this video with somebody who you think needs it, and give me a comment in the comment section below. Let me know how you feel after this experience, what you're working on, and how I can better support you. Thank you so much with Glitter on It for hanging out with me today, and I hope you have a sparkly rest of your day.